Good morning. Welcome to Saturday Morning Comic Talk. This is a show where I talk with top indie creators about whatever the heck I thought up in the middle of the week. So this week, we got a great crew here, and we'll start, like always, with some introductions. So let me pull up the thumbnail. But Kat, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Kat, Katrina, Katie. I go by lots of names. um, I am an author and a freelance editor. I work in comics and prose. Uh, Mom to like three boys. They're like all grown up now, but one of them was generous enough to give me their cold. So if I sound a little rough today, that's why. Um, you know, and this is Bongo, who's apparently just gonna um, he's just going to be on camera because
Yeah,
that's the way of my life. There's usually a cat somewhere involved.
Bongo
I,
wants his moment, and we are not
Yeah.
here to deny
well,
Bongo.
and later when we talk about projects and stuff, it is Bongo's buddies. So I mean, I guess he just feels like he's supposed to be part of this.
Yes.
So
All
yeah,
right.
so that's me.
Sounds good. All right, Dash, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I am Dash. I'm the co-host with First Impressions with Ed on Wednesday nights, but I'm also a struggling author of prose as well. Uh, Pretty much, I'm a homeschool dad to my girls, and that's pretty much all I do. And try to pretend like I can write. So that's my life.
We all pretend. We're
Yeah.
all here with you.
Right?
Yep.
That's every good creative. It's all about pretending.
Yes.
Right.
All right. And Sarah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Sarah. I'm the founder of Definite Article, and I am an author and a sort of an artist. And I, not a mom to humans, but I guess I'm a mom to cats. I got a lot of cats. I like to build stuff, and yeah, also struggling because that's what we do, right?
Yeah.
You're not creative if you're not struggling, right?
Bird.
Yes. I mean I think that's honestly the timeline we're living right now is the timeline of struggling creatives. It's just I think it's a universal. I mean that granted there's probably ones that are out there making hundreds of thousands of dollars thinking I don't know what their problem is, but the rest of us, yeah, it's an uphill climb. All right, so Kevin, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Kevin Davis. I'm also a struggling creative. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm Ed, long lost brother. Kidding. But I'm a comic creator, author, and I like to create stuff too. I've been called a go giver because I do a lot of stuff at the same time. So yeah.
Get it right. You're Ed's cousin. You're my brother.
It's
I'm
honor. We
sorry.
honor all
I'm
the
Ed's
Davises are
cousin.
they're my honorary cousins. So Kevin is in the honorary cousin crew. So you'll be my third cousin, Kevin, but that's all right. The more the merrier.
All right.
All right. So this week we are going to talk about a few things because I brought this one up because Sarah came on the show when we were talking about the worst adaptations of movies. So we're going to go the opposite way now. We're going to talk about what you think are the best adaptations of that can be book, that can be comic, and it can be to film or television. But what are some ones that got it right? Because we spent some time. I think the first time
I'm
Sarah
gonna get in
came on the
trouble for
show,
this one.
we spent some time talking about some stuff we hated, some ones that
Yeah, we
were
did.
botched entirely. But it's like, all right, we're going to go through and we're going to try to talk about what's good, what actually worked. So because yeah, we shit on some bad adaptations. So now it's time. We're gonna come to the other side of things and say what works. So Kat, what worked for you? What was a adaptation, film
I have to.
film or
I
television
have
that
to.
you think really worked?
Yeah, I have to say that when you sent me kind of the topics and stuff this week, I had to sit down and do research because it's like I mean I think the brain is just not working with being sick.
Mm,
I'm gonna go with Sherlock.
mm,
I really enjoyed the BBC Sherlock.
Mhm.
Which is obviously an adaptation of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I also wanted to go with something that I'd actually read.
mm.
So I can say yes. I actually believe what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Sherlock.
Very
Yeah,
good.
that's I
Excellent
still
choice.
haven't watched that BBC Sherlock, and I know it's everyone says it's something I need to watch, so I gotta remedy that, especially since I took such a deep dive into Sherlock Holmes when I was writing for the Dracula Sherlock Holmes book,
Mhm.
but I didn't watch any film. I think it was just I deliberately stayed away from it because I wanted to
Yeah.
be just very true only to the book. But now that I've read it and reread it, now I can watch an adaptation and actually really enjoy it because I know so much about the book. So
Mhm.
I'm going to take your word for that one, and that'll be a good binger because
I'll
UK
back her
seasons
up
are
on it.
so short, you can blast through them
Right.
in no time. Like what,
I'll
Yeah.
back
6
her up on it.
episodes each?
I think
All
you'll
right.
like it.
Yeah, I'm excited now. I just didn't want to do. I didn't want to taint anything about what I was absorbing with the book when I started it. So it was Dracula, same thing. Just read the book. I read it twice again, and then I read every Sherlock Holmes story again. Well, I can't say read. I listened to as I ran every Sherlock
Yeah.
Dracula because it's like I don't have infinite time to read, but it was scrawling down notes as soon as I'd be at a stop sign or a stoplight, like, okay, try to sweatily write some notes in my memos on my phone. So yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. So Dash, what's your pick on
Oh,
this one?
I'm gonna take some heat for this one because I bet this one was on everybody's most hated, but
Mhm.
Game of Thrones.
Hell no. Sorry.
I absolutely love Game of Thrones. I'm going to tell you this right now, ladies and gentlemen. Khaleesi was never going to take the throne. I mean, we if you go back and read Fire and Blood, the Targaryens were all mad. Now, if you look at the very first page of the very first book, it talks about Bran, and Bran was always going to be the man taking the throne, and I think they got it right. So I know I'm way in the minority of that one, but I think Game of Thrones, and I think they did a good job casting for the characters. Everybody was spot on. I mean, you cannot tell me that Sean Bean is not Ned Stark.
Yeah.
So, in no way, I love Sean Bean, but
Yeah, I mean, my thought on that is it's a great adaptation, but it ran out of books, and
yeah,
the last couple seasons were adapting notes. And I think if there were proper books, if George Martin be looking at a different last couple seasons instead of, all right, he gave us like 20 pages of notes, and we know the ultimate end of it, but they adapting books, if you look, the depth and complexity of the earlier seasons is so much richer than what we got in the later seasons because that was taking full books and actually having to remove stuff, not like add some extra stuff because he gave us barely anything.
They rushed that last season because they thought they were getting a Star Wars trilogy as what, and that I will hold to that. Those the creators thought they were going to get a Star Wars trilogy that didn't pan out for them, so they rushed 8. I'm not overly upset with the ending. I think everybody met the fates that I wanted them to, especially in my little brain and my canon, the canon inside my head. So no, but that's mine very well. Misery was done.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. All right. So Sarah, what's your pick on this one?
Gotta be the Princess Bride.
Oh,
It's gotta
Of
be the
course.
Princess
Yes.
Bride. I had 2 on my list, but I thought like the Princess Bride.
Yeah. That is on my list as well. That is such a good adaptation. Does the adaptation.
Yes.
So when you get the author, he knows what the real core of that story is, and he's not going to compromise it. He also wrote film, so he knows how to make a movie, write a movie script. But he was, you want to leave that because I think any other hands would have butchered that one because it's a bonkers story, and it's just both. That was one of mine that I had on my list. But I always have to pick 5 of them because I know, okay, everyone could pick the one I pick, and I got to have
Yep.
a plan B, a plan C, and a plan D. But yeah, that was on my top of the list as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you trying to one up.
All right, so oh no, it's fine. My job is to not only like Kat, you're saying you got to think about it. I got to think. All right, damn, I wrote these topics and I have one good answer, but I need 5 good answers because everyone else might snatch up mine. And you know what? I picked the topics. I can't
And
complain.
after being
so,
on this show a few
know,
times,
I-
I learned that I need to pick more than one too.
yeah, because someone above you might pick it and like, oh crap, I'm going third. Shit, it's always have ready more, but you know, and in the end, if you pick the same one as someone else, just pick it. Who cares? Because I think for my music one, I might end up doubling, but I have my own reason for it. But we'll get to that later. Spoiler alert: we're gonna be talking about the best soundtrack for a bad movie. So stay tuned.
Man.
All right, so Kevin, what is your favorite book to film adaptation?
Mine was actually Hunger Games because I read the whole series and I really love the movies. Um, and actually, and the Percy Jackson show, not the movies, but the Percy Jackson
Yeah,
show.
shows. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one because I had watched that. I teach 6th grade sometimes, and that's one of the curriculum books we have to read. Percy Jackson, that first movie, oof, it was so bad, and even the 6th graders were coming and saying, Mr. Davis, they messed it up so bad. It's like, all right, good. I'm glad you have a discerning eye to know that just because it's a movie doesn't mean it's good.
Right.
I read the Percy Jackson series with my boys when they were younger, and I took them to see the first movie, and that was their response.
Yeah.
Her eye color isn't even right. Like,
yeah.
It's so frustrating when you have they had the blueprint right there. They should not have screwed it up so badly. That was the screw that up. So I understand that you will be able to capture the magic of the book, but how did you screw it up so much?
To me, that was one that should have never been adapted. That's just me because I love the book, hands down. And I agree. I'm right there with you. How do you screw it up so bad?
I don't think that it ever could have matched the book is just too weird.
Yeah.
And too great.
Wow.
I just don't think that I think that they would not have been actively participating like with the Princess Bride in order for it to even come close.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think that's your only way.
How did they screw it up so bad? And they had really great actors and everything. Like, how?
The cast was great.
Did they screw it up?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because you have writers that don't read the source material sometimes.
It feels like they skim it.
Yep.
They're like, let me read the back. Let me read the character bio.
No. That book is, what is that book, like 100 pages? Just read it. It'll take you a couple hours. Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. But it baffles you where they might use the excuse they're going to make it more cinematic, but all they did was just make it bad. Yeah. So they failed on all the. Go with my bottom pick, and that's going to be Coraline. So I thought that was a really good movie that kept the heart and soul of the book, even if it changed things. Because that's one of my read aloud books for my class. I read it aloud. I read it aloud to the 4th graders, the 5th graders, and the 6th graders. And before Neil Gaiman got himself in a big mess of stuff, it was my go-to read aloud. And having read the book probably 20 times now, I can say that it really captured the essence of that book beautifully. Why be aside? And I don't like that he has to save her in the end, because in the end of the book, it was her own craftiness that defeated the other mother's hand. But, you know, nitpicks aside, it's a great adaptation. And it was actually, I thought, I'm going to lose Lord of the Rings and all these other ones. So I'm glad. But like, I'm going to pick my number 5 because it is a great adaptation. You know, whatever you think of Neil Gaiman aside, it's a great adaptation of a book, and it's found this second life. Coraline birthday party decorations. Wow, never thought that day would have come, but it's there, and that's my daughter's favorite book. So it's one of those ones that I've read it aloud to my class. I've read it aloud to both my kids, and that one nails it. So I'll make that one my pick
Good pick.
because I was surprised. Thought Lord of the Rings was gonna get scooped right up, and I'm like, okay, no way, I'm getting my top 3. But yeah, great picks from everyone. And now I gotta go read enough books I can enjoy a movie adaptation and not have to run and sweatily take notes.
I would even add Young Sherlock Holmes on there. It was an '80s movie. I would just throw that on there because a lot of people panned it, but I thought it was a fantastic movie. So throw that in your Sherlock Holmes watch.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one either. Yeah.
I haven't seen that
I
one.
don't.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a truly bad Sherlock adaptation. So
Yeah, I mean,
But-
I
but, yeah.
saw the Robert Downey Jr. movies, and they were entertaining. I mean, I guess
yeah, they're.
it's you
Fun.
just solve mysteries. I guess that's
Yeah.
what you got to do. And
Well,
you
it
look
was
at the
also like let's look at Jude Law and RDJ. Like they're pretty, right? And they were wearing
Yeah.
period clothes, so they were
True.
pretty.
Yeah, what's up, pops?
yeah, and I think with Sherlock Holmes, the thing that I noticed because I before starting the book that I was writing, I had never read Sherlock Holmes, and the blueprint of Sherlock Holmes is in so many things. You watch Monk, you watch
Yeah.
Psych. These shows, the blueprint of Sherlock Holmes is right there. The hyper focusing on that tiny detail and using that to solve the crime. And it's like, wow, they're all just Sherlock Holmes, but with OCD guy or with, the guy who pretends he's a psychic, but it's all the same DNA.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one we're going to talk about is what is the most rewatchable television show? So what's one that you could watch over and over and over again and you never get tired of it? So we'll go backwards this time. So Kevin, what is your most rewatchable television show?
It's kind of funny because I'm rewatching the show now.
Mm.
But I'm starting to rewatch the Teen Wolf show from 2011.
Teen
Wolf.
Wolf.
Yeah, Teen Wolf. Because it's one of my big inspirations when I'm writing. So I'm currently rewatching the entire series. I'm already up to the final season, and then I'm gonna watch the movie version. They brought out 2 years ago. So Teen Wolf for me.
Wow. I've never seen that. Honestly, I'm gonna say this. I didn't know there was a Teen Wolf TV show. So that's
Yeah,
cool. I feel like there's
yeah.
not enough good werewolf stuff in the world. So
Yeah, Teen Wolf from
check it out.
2011. It's a really good show. Season 1 was a bit slow, but it does really pick up if you continue it. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And you have found it's led me to a discovery I didn't know exist. I knew there was all I think with Teen Wolf is Michael J. Fox one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I think there was a Teen Wolf 2, but I never saw that. And then that's my Teen Wolf knowledge. So the fact there's a TV show, I gotta check it
Yeah.
out because I do love werewolf stuff, and
Expand your
there's
knowledge.
not a
Ed.
lot of werewolf movies. So
Well,
or TV shows.
this Teen Wolf has a lot of mythology. It has a lot of different villains, and I
Yeah.
think even the werewolf design was actually pretty dope. So I think you might actually enjoy it.
Cool.
Don't even think of Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf when you watch it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
even goofy 80s comedy.
yeah.
This horror all
Yeah,
the way.
this is not even
Okay.
comedy. It's straight up horror. There's no silly jokes, no jokes at all. It's just straight up horror.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, and
So
it goes
he's
very.
not dunking the basketball this time.
Oh no, complete opposite. Complete opposite. The only sport they do is what's it called?
No, they did. I thought they did football. but
Lacrosse. It's
lacrosse,
lacrosse. Yeah,
Okay.
lacrosse. Yeah,
Cool. I
But
will
yeah.
check it out.
it's straight up horror.
Nice. I'm in. That sounds good to me.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Sarah, what's your most rewatchable TV show?
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
they-
It's so funny and dumb and.
You stole my pick.
Sorry.
No,
I had two
no.
others. You should have said something.
No, it's funny. Go ahead. But it's funny
It
because I
is.
thought no one's picking that one, but you are right. I will let you.
I've
pick.
never seen it,
It's-
so
Oh, it's so good. So they approach a lot of social issues that we have today, and they manage to make it funny and relatable. And there was a couple of them that I didn't care for. Like they make a joke of Terry used to have a weight problem. And they made a lot of fat jokes that were very
Oh.
tone deaf, and that one is the
Ooh.
one that's the one that I was like, that's not cool. And
Yeah.
they could have approached it much better than that. Because they made it about it's such an easy, like, it's such a lazy joke to make fun of fat people for being fat. Like, that's such a stupid, lazy, garbage joke. And
Yeah.
they at least they it wasn't the worst fat jokes I've ever seen, like the most crappy, hurtful ones. But
Yeah.
they should have just steered clear of it altogether, or made a whole issue of the fact that it wasn't his lack, because they did. There's a whole episode where they straight up blamed it on his lack of willpower,
Mhm.
and that he was stress eating.
Oh,
And I was like,
wow.
that's not. If you were actually ever fat, you would know that was not. That's not how it works. And
Yeah.
so other than that, they approach a lot of social issues, and they do it in a fun and relatable way.
Mhm.
And they don't make fun of too much stuff that, there's some stuff that you shouldn't really make fun of, and that you can make a funny show without. You can make a funny show of a very heavy issue without demeaning the subject of the issue.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, and they do it pretty well. So
Yeah.
Like the
find it
Backstreet
really-
Boys.
Oh,
That's still the best episode. I don't care what anybody says.
The-
They did a Backstreet Boys episode.
They did
Oh my
they were
God.
in a
the
lineup.
perks.
Yeah, it was a cold
Yeah.
open. Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was ridiculous, and yeah,
Oh
you
my
should,
God.
if you like, they have the Brooklyn Nine-Nine YouTube channel has whole like compilations where they just put like every cold open,
Yeah.
every time Holt is sassy, or stuff like that. Like, if you don't want to commit to watching the whole show, which you should, to be fair, it is very funny.
And I'm going to tell you
And-
this: if you move my podium over, I'm going to know it too. It's what
I loved his reaction to that too, though. Like,
Yeah.
like Amy's like, "Fine, it's your funeral," and she's just freaking out about it, and then he just loses his mind, laugh. Oh man, it's just, yeah, it's a very funny show.
Okay, I'll actually watch the show. I like comedy, so I'm gonna check this
Yeah,
out.
it's really funny. It's
The
so
first-
good.
I want to say the first 4 seasons are on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
But you
Okay.
can't watch it all on Netflix, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had to go buy. We bought the complete series Blu-ray box when we got to the end of season 4. It's like, what the hell? There's more seasons, because it ends
that
on a
was
big
supposed to be it, right?
cliffhanger.
Yeah, there's
And I thought, what? They just ended on a cliffhanger and got canceled. Then I went online, like, wait, there's more seasons, and they went all the way through COVID, so they had to tackle COVID and
Yep.
and
Really?
all the stuff that was going on in the world during
Wow.
COVID
Like-
with police. And they, like Sarah said, they've managed to make it funny even when it's a serious topic.
I thought that, 'cause
Interesting.
they tackled the George Floyd murder and the Black Lives
Mhm.
Matter, the protests and everything, and I thought, this is
Interesting.
this is going to be I'm sitting here going, I'm not qualified to talk about this subject either, but
Yeah.
I was like, they could have really biffed that one, and they didn't.
Mhm.
It was funny, and they and I love the way that poor Boyle has to
Yeah.
always be the butt of the joke, right? But also, he brought that on himself in this one, didn't he? Like,
Oh.
definitely, like, I thought that they did like the best. They I don't think they could have done it better with what they had.
Hmm.
All things considered, like, I would love to hear other people's perspective on that too, though, because all I
Interesting.
have is my perspective from my little
Yeah.
corner of the world, and I'd love to hear from especially people who live in like actually live in the city, because
Yeah.
I mean, there's cows right over there. Like, I do not live.
What?
in
That's not the
urban
city.
area.
Cows aren't the city.
Hey,
Go move. Get out of here.
hey, my street dead ends into a cornfield, so
Yeah,
I
that's what
get
I'm
it.
saying. Like,
Uh-oh.
I literally grew up on a farm. Like, my first 20 years of my life, a farm.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
like, I would love to hear what people who were grew up in or live in the city now, a real city, a proper city.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
yeah,
I live in
I
what
still don't
we
know
just-
what that is.
I live in
Do
what
they
we call
have
the,
any of those
the
in your
village.
state?
Uh,
Like a
No.
real city in your? Because I don't think they
No.
have a real city in Iowa. Like, I think
No.
Des Moines not that big either.
I
though.
drive to a real city. I mean, I drive to LA sometimes, but I haven't lived there. So,
Yeah.
all right. Dash, what's your pick on this?
I have my top 3. But if you guys have read my books, or you know who my biggest inspiration is. Supernatural. Supernatural is the most
It was on
rewatchable.
my list. Yeah.
Supernatural is the most rewatchable TV show. Man, if you're not a Dean fan, leave. Go on, get out of here.
I love Dean. Oh my god.
Dean is my spirit, my everything. I love Dean, but no, I think they handled the mythology so well in that show, where they could have gone so many different ways and put down so many different people. They did it. They really handled mythology and monsters very well. And I mean, everybody needs a monster of the week, right? So that one, and then I'll add on Psych at the end. I love Psych.
Psych is good.
I mean, I call my kids Bert and Gusters because I love them. So that's what I call my girls. They're my little Bert and Gusters. So,
Cool.
so yeah, man, I'm sad that Supernatural ended. So I need a movie. So, if you're out there listening, please make me a movie.
All right, WB, get on that. Throw it on HBO Max or whatever you decide to name it this week, and let's put it on.
No, I just canceled HBO. Don't put it there.
No, put it. I'll give you my password if they make the movie. We'll share.
Okay, good.
We got you covered. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah. They keep
All right,
talking about how they're going to do something with that, so it'll be interesting if it ever happens.
I know Sasha's watching us because Sasha's a great person. So Sasha, I know you're out there listening. Get it done.
Yes, make it happen. All right.
Yeah, we just switched our Disney package from HBO to ESPN because it's sports season. So
okay, yeah, we have the ESPN one as well, but we get the little bundle with Disney Plus. So we bought it when it was cheap, and it stays relatively inexpensive for all three. Yeah. So that's the one we keep, and then the same one we have the rotating. Like we just dumped the Apple TV because we're just waiting for the next season of Severance. So I'm like, all right, when Severance comes back, we'll get it back again, and we'll wait until it's right at the end so we could binge it through and get it done in 1 month of payment. So
gotta play the system.
You have to, because
look at y'all scamming
all the streamers. It's worse than cable used to be. People thought, oh, this is the great alternative to cable until it became more expensive. Everything.
That's why I just stick with Tubi.
Becomes the same.
That's why I just stick with Tubi. Tubi's free.
All right.
I like Tubi.
So, Kat, what's your pick on this one?
I'm going out there. I'm going Midsummer Murders.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm a few seasons behind because, again, with streaming services, switching up who has it, who doesn't. But it is one that doesn't matter how many times I've seen that episode, I'll watch it again. If you're not familiar with it, it is a British crime show. With all these little villages and the crimes happen, and you have you have an officer and his assistant, whatever you want to call him, I don't know. And they go out and they solve these crimes. But it's not super dark. And I found it and fell in love with it, and and if it's not that, my first thought was actually Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, you're speaking my language. Let's go.
That's a good one too.
Let's talk. Let's talk about Miss Jessica Fletcher.
Which is it? It's a comfort show for me. I grew up watching it with my grandmother. I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandma and I watched it. I think if I don't own every season, I've seen every episode of Murder, She Wrote multiple times.
Yeah.
Love that show.
Those are kind of my top two.
Yeah. Those are good. But the first one you're talking about, I haven't seen, so I love that kind of show. So I gotta seek it out.
You're just gonna have to find a BBC membership or something.
Get BritBox.
Get it for a month, and then blast through Sherlock and blast through that. So
if you get BritBox, you can do it.
BritBox or Acorn, I think is the other one.
Okay.
All British TV.
I'll research it. And the good thing is people would be talking on the show and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to forget that. But now YouTube provides the little AI summary of your show.
Yep.
And I'll just be like, all right, tell me what was Kat's favorite pick. And it's like, Kat chose this. And it's like, I don't have to think about it because someone will say something like, damn, I forgot what they said. And do I want to go back and rewatch it to find it? Like, nope. AI summary. So AI did something good, and it makes it so I don't have to think too hard. I don't have much nice to say about AI, but for that, it's like it's not hurting anyone. Giving a summary of my show.
The wife and I love Brit comedy, Brit
Yeah.
Brit drama.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do too.
we're watching Keeping Up Appearances. That if you have not seen,
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that one.
oh, that's she's the Lucy. She's the British I Love Lucy, if you will.
Mm,
She's just. I posted something about the other day. It's just so good.
yeah.
Uh,
All right.
Death in Paradise. Have you seen that
Oh,
one?
I
yeah,
haven't.
Love Death in Paradise. Like again, I guess I just like British crime
yeah. Brit
shows.
crime is good.
See, you got, now I'm gonna have to get a subscription, but it's gonna be there's
Friday
too
night
many ones you
dinner.
mentioned. I can't do my 1 month and then dump it thing. Like,
Well, you can if you just watch TV for 12 hours
Yeah,
a
if you
day.
just
yeah,
never
You know?
my
go to
system
work.
my system won't work for that. My I don't want to pay for more than 1 month of any streaming service trick.
Okay.
But
Man,
I
What you get?
I've done
You
that.
do
I've done that
BritBox.
multiple times.
highly
You do
recommend.
BritBox through Amazon, and then say you're going to cancel it, and then they like, oh, well, we'll just give it to you like for like $3.99 a month
oh,
for
I
like
do
3
that.
months.
I've done that more than once.
I found several of the BBC shows, including Friday Night Dinner, are on Hoopla. So definitely check your
Okay.
library and your library
There.
app.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot of them are there.
Good.
Yeah. And
Good to
free.
know. I will do all the searching so I can watch them as free as possible.
Mhm.
Free is
Right.
always good.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of free.
God, I
Yes.
love the library so much because they'll do that stuff for you. And if you say, "Can we get this?" Like, there's a chance they can get that for you.
Mhm.
And our library has so many box set DVDs and Blu-rays. Like, it's guys, go to the library. It's just the coolest.
Yes.
We have a freaking 3D printer that we can just go and use.
Oh wow.
And
Yeah,
and
our-
vacuum packaging maker thingies and just
Wow.
there's a whole makerspace down there. I mean, just
Yeah,
go to your library.
I don't know about I don't know about the library in the village. But I know the library over by like where my kid's dad and stuff lives. They've
Mm.
got all sorts of things like that. They
So
have
cool.
like where you can check out tools and stuff if you need like you know I don't
Yeah.
know, a hammer or something. I guess I don't really know, but they've got all kinds of programs that it's not just books, guys. There's so
Yeah.
much you can do
The
there.
library,
Yeah.
and they have free classes that you can go. Like if you just want to learn how to build something, and like you can check your library. They might have a class that you can go take for free.
Yeah.
For free.
Very cool.
It's not
I
like the
gotta.
most you'd ever have to pay for is materials.
Right.
Yeah, our
Hmm.
library doesn't have as much. They have great film and like the DVDs and everything. I've used that. They do have some things, but it's more they have a full like reptile zoo. So that's kind of the perk of the one that's right by my house. But I'm sure
Uh-huh.
every library has different things. But that
Yeah.
one you can go and they have petting zoos for the animals. You can go and pet
That's
the
super
the
cool.
snakes or the lizards, and you can they'll let the kids interact with them. So they have that, and that's really cool. I know my kids, I would bring them to see it, and you just kind of walk through, and the whole kids' room is just walls. Like every wall is reptile cages. So it's a cool thing, and every library has something different. But like you said, go to your library and find out what cool thing they have, because
Yeah.
you take your kids, you want to just give them a fun day out. You get two kids who love to read books like mine do. They can just grab a bunch of books and then walk around and see the different things. And the librarian might see that they're really interested in one snake. Oh, let's pull the snake out so you can see it. So yeah, go to your library. There's way more than books. It's going to be exciting for you. And you're saying no thanks to the
Yeah,
snakes.
I
Yeah,
don't do
I'll pass
snakes.
on the snakes.
I don't do snakes. In fact, the last Comic Con that I tabled at, my younger son came and helped like Saturday and Sunday with me, and our bricks and minifigs Lego had a big vendor area, and I know the owner and stuff, so we walked over, and right next to him against the wall was this whole like reptile display with snakes and all such stuff, and
Oh,
I actually
wow.
I actually don't do snakes enough that I put my child in between me and the snakes. I was
Oh,
like,
that's
nope.
funny.
And he's funny because I was sitting there talking. I'm like, he's like, wait, you're okay with spiders, but you draw the line at snakes?
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah,
Neither one
100%.
of 'em.
I don't do
Nope.
snakes.
Nope, snakes, no spiders.
See, we're
no-
opposite on that one. I was at a horror con and I was in the elevator with the tarantula seller. So I'm surrounded by tarantula enclosures and I'm freaking the hell out. I'm making myself as small as possible, thinking I am going to die right now, either by
Yeah,
death by
yeah,
tarantula or heart attack. One of the two's coming.
yeah. I don't want to like play with them or let's say hold them, but like spiders like in the house and that kind of stuff. People are like, oh my god, I killed them. I'm like, why?
Oh,
It's
I'm
not doing
kill
nothing
those
to
things.
me.
I
No,
do not let
I'm
them live.
definitely
I will.
as long as you have your space and I have my space, you're not like
Mm.
crawling across my face when I'm sleeping or anything. I
Huh.
don't care.
I don't
It
kill them,
might
but
be
I
out, but
don't.
you know,
I don't kill them, but I don't go near them. I don't
Yeah,
kill them, but I don't.
they're dead.
My
They are
wife.
squished.
we had one that had it was just like a daddy long leg type spider, not like a scary super spider, but
Ah, yeah.
that lived in my shower up in the corner. I'd have entire conversations with it while I showered.
Huh.
Hey, how
Uh,
you doing today? How's your family?
Daddy long legs are different, but you get those black widows. Those
Oof.
Yeah,
they're
well,
dead.
yeah, those would not be welcome in my house.
I'm
I don't
taking
do
those. I'm taking
I
those
don't
guys down. No chance.
I don't do poisonous spiders in my house. Like no.
Yeah. So that.
I
All
had
right.
one of those daddy long legs in my shower once, and I like washed him down the drain, and I thought that
Mm.
was the end of it. And then I'm just like doing my thing, shampooing my hair, and all of a sudden this wet daddy long leg is just crawling up, and it
Said
was a
wet
huge
daddy
one,
long.
and like I've never been that scared. Like as an adult, as a child I was terrified of them, but as an adult I'm like, as long as they stay below my hair, so they don't get in my hair, it's like whatever. But there's something about being in the shower. Because that's a vulnerable time. And I had shampoo in my hair and it was running down my face. And then this wet spider is coming up. And I was like, oh, today's the day I die. Awesome.
That's some horror movie shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I-
Revenge of the Spider.
Yeah, and like the spider was like, it was covered in droplets of water. I was like, there was
Oh.
something about that made it infinitely more terrifying.
I can
Like,
see the title now. Wet Daddy Long Legs.
Daddy long legs. The revenge.
Wet Daddy Long Legs.
I remember
return.
it so clearly. Like,
Yeah.
I don't remember what I did yesterday, but I remember that. And that
That's-
happened years
that's-
ago.
Cue the
That's-
ominous music for that one.
Oh, yeah.
That's giving me an idea for a story to write now.
I feel that way about bats.
Cool.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah.
We-
You know, I've been hit in the face by a bat so many times that I don't even. think
Yeah,
that I'm
out in the
scared of them
backyard,
anymore.
all the time. Bats in our backyard.
We
We get
had-
none
Dang.
here. They're not in my radar of worry.
Not
We
mine
had
either.
we had a thing where they kept getting in my house.
Ugh, yeah.
We were missing a
my.
couple of ceiling. I have a
Mm.
drop ceiling in my living room, and so a couple of tiles were missing, and they would come in and then come down to that and like start laps and stuff. And if you've never heard the sound a scared bat makes, you
Mm.
don't want to. It is the most horrible, like chittering, high pitched,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
awful sound.
Oh my
It's just
god.
awful.
Wow.
And we had one summer, and my youngest niece or my oldest niece is hysterical. It landed like up on the wall. It was just kind of hanging there, and I was trying to convince it to like go out the front door.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed a broom and I like poked it with the broom, hoping it would take off.
hmm
And it didn't take off, but it made that noise and it startled me. And I like backed up and tripped over the laundry basket and fell into the laundry basket and like was stuck in the laundry basket. And the bat completely won that night. Like,
Mm.
Right.
Oof.
it was just done. And they're people are like, oh, bats are so cute. I'm like, until
Not
they're
in your
flying
house.
circles around,
Yeah,
until they're flying circles around your head.
Yeah.
And then
I
they're
got
not
a bat in
cute.
my house a long time ago, and I remember, like, it got in there. Same problem. I had a little hole in my ceiling that I hadn't fixed fast enough, and the bat comes in, and it's just flying around, and I'm like, and run outside onto my porch, and so I'm looking into my own freaking house at the bat flying around, and then I'm looking at my asshole cats just sitting there like, what's the problem? What's
Yeah.
the matter? Why don't you come back in? I'm like, you're a cat. You're supposed to take care of this. This is
Yeah.
I have a couple that will they're more hunters and they'll go after it.
Mm.
But the first time it happened was I had moved into this house, and I don't think I'd been living here maybe about a month, and I kept hearing this noise, and I was like, what is it's late at night.
Yeah.
It's dark
Oh my
out.
God.
That's when they like
What
to
is
Was
pick
and I'm
you
like,
off.
what is that noise? Like I keep hearing this noise. I have
Oh
no idea what it
no.
is. I thought maybe like the air conditioner was about to explode. I had no idea what this
Mm.
was.
It was
And I
comfy,
go
wasn't
downstairs, and my cat that I had at the time, he's since passed, was sitting at the bottom of our stairs, and I had a big mirror sitting there, and he kept poking his paw behind the mirror. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And it was down on the floor, and he was poking at it. It was mad. It was yelling at him. And I went outside. I walked outside. I
But you
called
guys have.
I called my ex-husband, right? Like he's gonna come help me in the middle of the night. But I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, and he was like, no,
Hmm.
deal with it. And I'm like, this is why you're my ex-husband. I actually went over and knocked on the neighbor's door. Like, I know these people, it's like 1 in the morning. I don't know what I was doing. I just wanted this thing out of my house. Of course, they didn't answer the door. So I come back in the house and I'm like, I'm gonna have to deal with this. But I can't find it anywhere. Right? Can't find it. And I come back upstairs to my room and I sit down and I had a laundry basket of clothes in the corner. And I look over and it's like sitting on
Sitting
top of the laundry basket, just looking at it. No, I'm done. I actually like opened the window, closed the door, went into my kids' room and slept on the floor.
Yeah.
And the next morning we got up. I'm like, I don't know where this thing is. It's somewhere in my house. Got up the next day, opened all the windows, packed the kids up, and went to my grandmother's house for the weekend.
Oh
It'll deal with
man,
itself. And we came back and it was gone.
it
I was
okay.
like,
So it eventually left. Good.
I'm assuming it flew out a window.
Let's hope.
Did you
Yeah.
have like 15 raccoons in your house after when you left the window?
No, but I did one night trying to get a bat out of my house. I did have a possum walk across the threshold of my front door.
Wow.
Oh my
And
god.
somebody goes, "Do you have some kind of like reverse Disney princess thing going with you?"
Right.
Possum, bats.
Well,
And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know, but I'm. And so because what do you do when a possum like tries to
Just
walk
let
in
it.
your house?
Just let it go. Just let it
Oh,
go.
I
And
walked
I
back
said-
downstairs when that happened to me. It was sitting there. It growled at me at my front door because we had to go up steps to get into our front door. And I get to the front door, it growls at me. I'm like, I'm gonna go drive around and get some fast food or something and hope that dude is gone
was
when I
not
come
there.
back
You just-
home.
You just let them. You let possums go. You just let them have their space for a moment. Sooner or later, if they don't, if they are nesting in your house, you obviously get somebody to come and remove
Right.
them. But if they're not nesting, if they're just sitting there, more than likely they're gonna mosey on their way.
Yeah, it
They're
was
just-
gone
they're-
when I
That's
came
pretty
back
much what
home.
happened. Is so because what do you do when it's 3 in the morning and a possum just crossed into your trying to cross into your house? I said, honest to God, I was so tired at that point with dealing with the bat that wouldn't leave my house and trying to keep the cats from going out the front door that I had opened to get the bat out. That I, honest to God, looked down at the possum and said, "Dude, you don't live here. You got to go." And it legit turned around and walked off.
Ah.
I was like, I don't know what that was.
Whatever,
but
dude. Just close the door on your
At
way
least
back
he
out.
saw reason.
Yeah, just-
I mean,
Yeah, he was a reasonable possum. He was
Yeah,
just like,
he's
yeah,
like,
you're right. I don't live here, and
I'll
it's
find
late.
somewhere else. You already have bat issues. I don't want to live with bats either.
You
so
got
off
enough
he goes.
issues tonight. I don't want to be a burden.
You've
My
had a bad
experience
enough
with
night.
possums has always been that if you leave them alone, they're not going to bother you either. So that sounds
Yeah.
like just same sort of story. That tracks.
Yeah. It bared its teeth at me and I bolted right down the stairs like, nah,
Hot
tonight.
pokey things work great on critters. DM right on time.
Wow, Ray, welcome in.
You gotta be nice to
Pokey
possums
things.
though, because possums eat ticks and they don't
Ah.
they don't spread rabies.
Oh.
Right. Yeah. You. That's why I
Right,
say
yeah.
get somebody to remove them because you
Yeah.
want them in your area.
Yeah.
Raccoons. I mean, as much as I hate raccoons, they are for the most part good because they keep other critters away.
They shoo off the other stuff besides the trash stuff. But yeah,
as long as you keep a good lid on your trash can, raccoons are like whatever.
Right.
Yeah,
Raccoons won't best.
I've seen my wife
Farm, I've
react
seen-
to
like,
flies,
raccoons
and I don't
never-
want to see what she'd do with a bat. She'll break down our house to kill a fly. If you gave her a hot pokey thing, Ray, I would have no windows. She would just be like, "Motherfucker, I'll take you down." And she just, I mean, she goes full friggin'. She becomes an assassin when a fly comes into the house. So a bat, man, we would have no house.
Man, just come our backyard. They're dive bombing me while I'm trying to, because they'll come out late, right at dusk, and then they'll bug you. So I'm out in the backyard still trying to finish up something and dive bomb, and they don't. They're not like trying to to attack me for real. They're just having fun. But yeah,
Yep.
I'm not a big
That's
fan
what
of
I
them.
used.
Vacuum.
Vacuum.
Yep, I got the vacuum cleaner out, and
Oh.
my sister. I called my sister because when the bat was in my house, I had the foresight to grab my phone before I ran outside, and then I was like, "Lindsay, can you come help me?" And she's like, "A bat for a bat? Are you kidding me? You're such a baby!" And then she comes down, and then the bat was up on the wall, and then she goes to try and kind of sweep it down with the broom, and then the bat starts to fly, and she goes, "Ah!" And she
No.
runs the other direction into my bathroom, and then calls
Oh
me from the
no.
bathroom, and she's like, "Did it stop flying?" And I was like, "Yeah, it stopped flying. It's up on the wall again." And she comes back out of my bathroom with my bathrobe tied around her head so
No.
tight that I don't know how she could breathe. And I'm like, "I thought it was Lindsay."
The
Oh
truth
my
comes
God.
out. It
Yeah.
always comes out.
But that's how
You're
we ended
all-
up getting
you're
it.
all
Like
brave too.
we put all the extension tubes onto the vacuum cleaner, and then
Yeah.
she held the tube up, and I had because it was a canister vacuum, so I had my hand on the my finger on the button, and she's like, "When I say go, you push the button." And then so she gets it as close as she dares. I push the button. It right through, and she immediately throws the thing down, and we both run back outside.
Oh my
And
God.
then so I was like, "Okay, now what do we do?" So we dragged the vacuum cleaner out the door by the cord when it was on the whole time. And then she's like, "Don't you dare turn that thing off until I get back in my car and drive away." And
This is
so
a
then
tangent.
she gets back in, she gets out of the way, gets out of there, and then I come back in, I'm back in the house, and I've got the door shut, and I unplugged the vacuum from the wall. I didn't turn it off.
This
And
is
then I called my boyfriend, and I was like, "Okay, so there's gonna be a situation when you get back here, and I need you to know that I'm never, if you don't deal with it, then the vacuum cleaner's just gonna stay outside until that thing is definitely dead." And so he said that he opened it up and just dumped it out onto the with all the dirt and stuff too, so that was cool. But he just dumped it out onto the lawn, and he said the bat went.
Phew.
I was like,
This-
it was probably its way of saying thank you for not
Yeah.
letting me die in
Yeah.
here.
This is
Could
a
have been
tan-
worse for the bat.
This is
It
a
had
tangent. I'm
rough
so
day.
glad I'm
Way
a part
worse.
of today.
Way
Oh,
worse.
see, and I was thinking that it's our first major tangent of the day, and I'm
So-
just fortunate that all I have to deal with are the insect side of things here, and yeah, because my wife admitted, she said she heard us, and she would, because you've never seen her when a fly is on the loose. It is like she switches, her persona changes into this maniacal killer, and she will destroy it. So I'm like, oh man, we'd have blood all over our house if there were bats and varmints getting in. But luckily, the
I feel like
flies
she's
are the
the
worst
kind of
of it.
person I want on my side, though, because
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
bat would have been splattered
Yeah.
over your living room if you brought her in.
You know, living in the country, we have critter. You know, you could like, or even our field mice are the size of hubcaps. All right, these
Mm.
I mean, it's amazing. But for the most part, they stay out. But we get critters everywhere. I mean, and I love the country life, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, spiders and snakes can stay away. I don't mind out in the yard. I don't mind a raccoon or possum just coming up, and the squirrels love the squirrels,
Yeah.
but spiders and snakes stay away from me.
Yes. All right.
Mhm.
So my most rewatchable TV show is
Bull,
Actually-
Oh man, you never asked me that.
National
Oh wow.
Geographic.
I forgot. No, I'll go with The Good Place.
Yeah.
I was going to go with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love The Good Place. I love that it's just kind of one long story when it's all said and done. And I love the storytelling in that one, and the twists and turns, and how when they eventually do get to the good place, everyone is just numb from being happy all the time. So they had to
Yeah.
find a way. Just pure happiness doesn't work, because like, all right, that gets old pretty fast, and an eternity of it isn't great. So I love that it's, the way that it runs and the way that it ultimately ends, I thought was a perfect sequence of a show. And there weren't many dud episodes in it, because the way they did the storytelling more like chapters in a book. So yeah, and then she's defending. All right, so she's defending the lives of us. Those flies are going to ruin our lives, but yes. Oh man, it's funny because the kids will even look like, oh, mom must see a fly, because she's creeping and stalking. So yes, Sarah, the bat would have never had a chance. It would have never made it to the vacuum. Except
I
spiders. That's when I get called in, like, honey, spider, kill it. So yeah, that's my job.
I always like it when the flies. I always like it when the flies jump in our car. So I don't roll the window down immediately. I wait till we're like 6-7 miles away, and I'm like, all right, now go find your family.
Mhm.
I'll roll that. Now go find your family.
Yes.
We had Jeffrey and I drove to Montana several years ago, and there was a fly in there, and I was like, "So do you think that when this fly finally exits, we're gonna at least be in South Dakota by the time this fly gets out of here? And do you think that it's gonna be like, where's my family?
Yeah,
Where's my home? Like this doesn't look like Iowa."
Yeah.
for
It's like,
real.
what the hell? I'm all displaced now. That I have no friends here. But they live short lives, so it'll be a rough rest of its life, but short enough it won't care. All right, so our next topic. Now the beautiful tangent. But I mean, honestly, I won't say this show's built on crazy tangents. Both my shows are, because we'll be talking about music, and I will take it to a weird place that's not even slightly related to music. And see, Kat, you were supposed to be the producer to keep me
No.
focused.
I know.
Yeah.
You were hired, and then you
And then
you
fired,
come
and
in.
then rehired.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you know what? You're officially rehired.
You're
Should you
officially
choose
rehired.
to come in and try to keep me focused, that's a strong task.
Unless he brings up blurry Alan Rickman, then we're allowed to go on as
Yeah,
long a
or
tangent as we want.
oh yeah, and then our last show, when I was relating that song to the Fresh Beat Band, I played the song for my daughter, and she was ready to tell me, Dad, you're exaggerating. I played it for my oldest one. She's like, oh my God, it is exactly like a Fresh Beat Band song. So I got confirmation from my daughter that made me watch that show 8 million times. So yes, that if you watch that show, you can hear how I was less than nice to the new Bryan Adams album.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I wasn't
be nice.
the worst, but
No.
I wasn't the best either. It was. Let's now talk about something else. Great soundtracks for bad movies. So, what is a soundtrack that you love for a movie that you don't love? So, Sarah, you haven't got to go first yet. So, Sarah, what's your pick for this one?
Ooh. I have a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dracula 2000.
Man,
It has a really, yeah, like I think that it's had a good soundtrack, but boy, that movie is not great.
Yeah.
I have a lot of them on my list though, cause yeah, I was like, everybody rips on me for Twilight, and I was like, but Twilight's soundtrack is pretty good.
Yeah, it does have a pretty good soundtrack.
It does.
There's some good songs in there. So
mean,
Yeah,
you're
like
not
Dracula
wrong.
2000. There's something about that soundtrack that it's just really, like
Let's-
yeah.
Let's just remember that bad movie is subjective, okay? Because I really like
Hey,
Dracula
like,
2000.
just to be fair, I need everybody, like, if you know me well enough, then you know this about me already, but I can understand that a movie is bad and still love it. Like, I love bad movies, and
Yeah.
I really love Dracula 2002, but, like, it's not a great movie.
You know it's a bad movie at its core. You can enjoy
I'm not
the bad
watching
movie.
them ironically either. I love bad movies.
Oh yeah,
And
I'll
Twilight,
watch
Twilight, I don't have that much. I don't care that much about the books. I don't care that much about the movies. I like the books, and so the movies, like they're badly acted. Again, that problem where you had a good cast, but somehow you managed to screw up the acting.
Yeah, it's like they got directed by Lucas or something. Like, how did they all go monotone?
Funny.
But
That's funny.
yeah, like Dracula 2000 has a good. Like
It has a very good soundtrack. Yes,
it's a good soundtrack. It's just that the movie itself, the core plot line's not bad. It's just that they didn't execute it very well.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
And they made it flashy. They thought if we get more lights and buzzers in there, it's gonna be good. And it's like,
We do get Gerard Butler as Dracula. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
And I've never watched that one, so
It's-
I don't know. Honestly, some of the things you talked about, I'm adding to my watch list. Not that one.
Yeah, no, it's like if you got nothing better to do with your time, maybe, and it just happens to be on.
If it rolls on
Yeah.
if I'm watching on YouTube TV and it's on TBS or something, all right, maybe.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that I have watched plenty of movies like that when I'm just kind of scrolling through the channels like, oh, I've never watched this. I'll watch it with 8 million commercial breaks, but why not?
That's the best thing about movie. You have to watch you have to watch some of the bad movies. You absolutely
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It
I've
makes
watched
you appreciate
plenty.
the good ones more.
It does make you appreciate
It
it.
I mean,
does.
Thank
if
you.
you watch
Yes.
Dracula 2000, you are going to appreciate every vampire movie
Vampire
that's
movie.
not as bad as that one, including Twilight, because I think Twilight is actually better. Do I think that? Do I think Twilight's better than Dracula 2000?
Hot take time.
Yeah.
Because I still don't know if I think that Twilight's even really a vampire movie.
That's the hill I die on right there. I will put Dracula 2000 above
Yeah, I think
Twilight.
I might. Yeah,
Ooh.
because I'm torn on that one. But
The way I
it's like
explain
it's a more
Twilight,
pure vampire movie for sure.
the way
Yeah.
I explain Twilight to people is ice aliens that got a human pregnant. That's literally the movie, the franchise.
Okay.
So
All right. So Kevin, what's your pick on this one? A great soundtrack for a bad movie.
oof, good lord. Um, I had to, I listen to a lot of music, so I had to go down memory lane for a minute. So I actually went to Transformers 2007.
Mm.
right.
I really love the songs on that album, on that soundtrack or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't dislike the movie, but it also wasn't my favorite movie. But I really loved the music that was a part of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dash, what's your pick on this one?
Oh, again, movies. A bad movie is subjective. But I'm right there with Sarah. I love bad movies. Flash Gordon. I absolutely with Queen and Queen was magnificent. I mean, if it's not for Queen, I probably don't watch Flash Gordon. But they make you appreciate the action going on with the soundtrack. So like the soundtrack literally adds up to what is going on in the movie, so you can kind of appreciate it a little more. To this day, Flash Gordon is still a guilty pleasure of mine, but Queen's soundtrack to that, we were with 9 Inch Nails the other day.
Yeah.
I'm worried that the soundtrack will be way better than the movie. And because I want to love Tron. Because I love Tron, and especially the 80s, but sometimes just like we were talking about, I'm just worried that Tron is not going to live up to the standard of what the soundtrack with 9 Inch Nails is going to bring to us.
I guess we'll find out
Yeah.
this week, and then a few weeks down the line when we talk about the movie with Sarah.
Please
So
prove me wrong, people.
Yeah, let's find out. All right, so Kat, what's your pick on this one?
I actually had a really hard time with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I actually sat last night Googling great soundtrack bad movie, and realized as I was going through the list I hadn't seen 99.9% of the movies.
Yeah.
So maybe I just don't watch enough bad movies. The one that did stick out with me, because again I wanted to go with one that I was actually I remember seeing the movie. The one that did pop out, the only one I think I actually saw was City of Angels.
Okay.
Very good one.
That's
very
a
good
one.
one.
And I'll be honest, that was an early 90s movie.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's been a while.
Late 90s, I think.
Late 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing it. in theaters. I don't remember tons about the movie, so I mean that says something, right? When you just don't remember much about. I remember the general premise.
Is that the one where Nicolas Cage is an angel or
Yeah.
something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and he
Yep.
gives up his angelhood for a doctor or
Yeah.
something.
It
Yeah,
came
the
out in
Goo
90
the
it came out in
Goo Dolls
98.
song.
Meg Ryan.
Spoilers at the end. I think he gets hit by a semi truck or something right after he gives up his immortality.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's
came
all
out
I
in-
remember.
it came out in
I remember the
98.
music being good.
Okay.
Gave us one of the greatest Goo Goo Dolls songs ever.
Right.
Yeah, see, I know that Goo Goo Dolls song, and it's like, yeah, that song is so huge, and I mean, yeah, that's a perfect pick because soundtrack's good. The song is, everyone knows that song.
Yeah.
No one knows that movie.
No.
They know of the movie, but who really watched it and loved it?
I
sure
love
there's someone out there.
I love the premise of the movie. It's kind of like we're talking about with Twilight. I love the premise of the movie. They just didn't execute the movie correctly. Gosh.
Yeah.
But yes, great soundtrack, bad movie.
Yeah. See, and I thought my pick was gonna get snatched. I'm so happy it survived this long, and it's Batman Forever.
Oh my god!
Boo on you! Boo on you! Batman Forever is a great movie.
Oh
Great
no,
movie. No, it's not.
no sir. I mean,
No,
it's
it's
better
not.
than that bullshit that came out after with Mr. Freeze and his puns. But to call
All
it a
right,
great
I,
movie.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
All
Yeah.
right, but the soundtrack, you got that Seal song. That shit is still good. I mean, I've heard it 1,000 times. If it comes on right now, I'm like, I'll listen to this the whole way through. And it's got a Nick Cave song. And the hidden gem for me is it has my favorite Sunny Day Real Estate song of all time, 8. And if you know Sunny Day Real Estate, that song is a fucking jam. And the movie is a garbage pile, but I can play that soundtrack. I bought the soundtrack when a warehouse next to me was going out of business, and I got it in the 90% off bin. I was like, shit, this soundtrack fucking slaps. I
can't
wrong.
wait. I cannot wait till we debate this. I know we talked about having the Batman. I cannot wait till we debate Batman. All right, somebody make this happen. We need 12 rounds of Batman. Somebody.
We got to do a critical affection about Batman Forever because I like that movie.
I am right there with you.
All right, so there you go, Sarah.
You guys can come and be
I hated that movie.
Get it on the schedule. Kevin and I, the honorary cousins, we know.
I was like,
I will be on your side,
Sarah.
Sarah.
One.
Thank you.
Kevin, thank you for being the voice of reason here. But that soundtrack is undeniable.
A couple more people who like that movie, though, because I am pretty damn sure that my co-hosts do not like that movie.
Well, see,
I will get you. I will
if
get
it's
you.
You and Dash, and I'm with your co-host, we can have fun. And you know what? We can even make it a double dip. We can do the soundtrack on our show and the movie on yours.
Let's
do
it.
If you haven't heard the soundtrack, like I said, that Sunny Day Real Estate song goes on my top 10 songs of all time. I love that song with a passion. But I'm a gigantic Sunny Day Real Estate fan. So I guess that's kind of my disclaimer. They are one of my top bands of all time.
Yeah,
so that song is my favorite song of one of my favorite bands in a garbage ass movie. At least Kevin.
You're gonna stab me like 3 times now. Woo!
That's all right. You and Sarah will come to defense of it, and I will work in critical affection. We look at it. All right, let's look at a month to make this happen. And this time, actually plan it, unlike our last one. That
we didn't do so great with the
last
one.
Plan.
Now, does that movie take place at Christmas time, or am I thinking of the
Batman? That's Batman Returns.
Takes place.
That's
at
the Christmas time one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. In this one, at least we don't have to worry about a release schedule or anything to catch it while it's fresh.
Yeah, we're not trying to be timely. Yeah, so we got to do it. We'll make it soundtrack with us, movie with you. We will make this happen so Dash can come to defense and tell me why I'm wrong. And maybe upon rewatch, I'll be like, I'm wrong. But regardless of where I fall, that Seal song and Sunny Day Real Estate song alone make that a winning soundtrack. And you got Nick Cave thrown in there. You got a decent U2 song. So yeah, it's a good soundtrack.
Yeah.
I've been inspired by y'all with the making a list of questions to ask too, and I've been working on that. So like maybe I'll finish that and then we can debut it with Batman because that seems like a perfect time to do it.
Yes.
Because then we can challenge your preconceived notions about this movie being bad. It's not a bad movie. It's a masterpiece of so that was one that was not done by that was not
Schumacher.
Tim Burton.
No, that was
Schumacher.
That was
yeah.
Schumacher.
That's when he started adding glitter and bullshit to it.
Yeah, it was like he tried to be Tim Burton and it didn't work. But
I don't want neon in my Batman. Fuck that. No.
I can't wait for this show. I cannot wait.
All right, so
Let's do it.
so I'm gonna save it for critical affection. So
there we go.
And I don't know what's your policy. If I get too racy, am I allowed to drop the F-bombs on that show? Because this is my show.
Yeah, we're not monetized. It's fine.
Yes. All right, so I'm ready. Dash, maybe you can convince me. You haven't been able to with any albums yet, but you can.
Whoa! I did because you still owe me.
Oh, dude, your copy will be coming with your Kickstarter book.
Ah!
Yeah. So yes, he finally got me to say, and I love it. Did I say I didn't hate it? That was all he wanted me to say was I didn't hate something.
And I'll be listening. Kat, you can convince me.
Kat, you should have been producing me to keep me on track here.
That's fantastic.
But I don't know. We had a bat tangent that was a beautiful thing. So being on track is overrated.
Double bat tangent.
Tangents are better than staying on track. So producer, thank you for letting me cook and letting everyone else cook. So that's why we hired.
You can't limit creativity.
Yeah, because you
Word.
just let us cook.
Word.
You feel like, you know what? This bat tangent, it has nothing to do with television shows, but we're going to let it go. I'm going to allow
But
it.
but you know what? There was a Batman television show, so see, it all ties
Yeah,
together.
the
See,
second
it
bat tangent
Ah,
was.
yes, you're right.
it
You're right.
reconnected. Beautiful. All right. So now we have done all our topics. We're an hour in. We've gone longer. Oh man, get Fish and
Am
Lori
I-
in here, and we had our 2.5 hour
Am I the
epic
problem? Is
talk
it me?
of
It's
tangent.
you. It's you. No, it's not you because you and I agree. So it's not you.
No, it's
It's
no,
definitely
but see
it's definitely Lori.
the the best shows are the tangent shows. When I can finish
Absolutely.
this whole show in 45 minutes, I know we didn't find a weird tangent moment. So yes.
Yeah.
The best tangent is still when we were talking about movies, and yeah, that you need to go back and rewatch the episode with me, with Fish, Lori, and Sarah. And my
That first- the
Titanic
first
is a
one was
horror
good.
movie one. It's good stuff.
The first tangent show was fantastic. That one
But
was
this one, bats and vacuums, like I can't wait to see the YouTube summary of this episode. It's gonna be like, what the
This one
fuck
is funny.
happened? I'm AI and I can't figure out what just happened here. First they were talking about television, and then there was vacuums and bats, and Kat was sleeping at her grandmother's house. I mean, we don't know what's happening.
I love
There
it.
was no talk of television at all. But
Nope.
it all circled back because there was a Batman TV show. So therefore, we were on topic, and you're welcome.
Good job.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right. But now we got some people that have some stuff to tell us about. Everyone here has something to tell you about with either upcoming or live right now crowdfunding. I can't say Kickstarters, we'll say crowdfunding platforms. So let me pull up the first one, and it'll be whatever's first on the list. So it will be, we're heading over to BackerKit. So give me 1 second. Let me get this shared.
I don't know if you scanned there. There's some racy stuff on there, so.
Is it blocked out where we won't
Yes,
see
I
it?
did. I censored everything.
All right, if
but
it's
some of
censored, we
racy.
should be good. I know
Yeah,
we
you
had when we had the who was it? One of the ones that YouTube didn't like it and it kept blocking
Oof.
it. So
Oh.
we'll see what happens, but in the end,
Well, I was on
We'll find out.
Travis Gibbs show the other day, and it was fine for him. So
As
he's
long-
totally
yeah,
fine.
she's got it censored. If we're talking about the ones that I saw when I was going through Backer Kit,
okay.
the pictures, you should be good.
So first things first, I will share the link in there so everyone can check it out, and then let's add it to the stage so you can tell us about your book. So Sarah, tell us about this book.
All right, so this is about a former government operative who left after she found out that she was being a party to something that she didn't really agree with. And she found herself a crew. And this is actually, I didn't actually say this on any other show before, but this is actually takes place in a world where we have space travel. And so she found herself a ship. She got a good severance package from leaving that job. And she bought a ship, and she found a crew, and they fly around doing delicate jobs that may or may not be illegal for any client who can pay.
Very
Nice.
And in this
Very nice.
opening issue here, she is in the middle of a job, and she finds herself more than willing. She's totally fine with using her feminine wiles to get what she needs, and she's not doing it because she has to. She's doing it because she thinks it's fun.
Nice.
And
Ah.
because there were other ways, I'm sure there were other ways she could have gotten what she wanted, you know?
Yes.
Yep.
She just
Gotcha.
chose this way because this was also fun for her.
She enjoys it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
There's nothing
Gotcha.
wrong with that.
And so she maybe is getting in a little bit over her head and doesn't realize it yet. So this issue,
Nice.
we're just meeting everybody, or meeting the main character, and finding out what kind of person she is, and
Very cool.
and she spends a non-zero amount of time inside air ducts, which
That's
is
my
why I
favorite.
had to do a Die Hard.
Yes.
That's
I
the
had
best
to.
Oh,
cover.
hard. Heck
I
yeah.
love it. You got the
Oh
Die
my
Hard
God.
cover. And yeah,
That's the one I
the-
ordered. That's the one I ordered. Eh.
Yeah, that's
this,
I
what
knew
I'm
that
gonna
scene
get.
looked familiar.
yeah.
I
This
need to
artist
back
has
it.
never done a cover or any this artist has never done any comic work at all. And I was like, but your art is so fun. I was like, do
Yeah.
one for me, do one for me. And they wanted to do they wanted to charge me so little money, and I was like, no, I'm not paying for you have to charge at least $100 for a cover.
Okay.
Come on, not
Right.
like this is $100 worth of work.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful
And
cover, and
they
yet-
wanted,
Heck
but
yeah.
they were way undercharging, and I hope I got them to not do that anymore. But I think they maybe are just doing this for fun. So
Okay, but yeah, it's a great cover, and you gotta love the little Die Hard homage. I even threw
Man,
if
heck yeah.
if you've read Immortal Era in issue 1, I have Miguel crawl through ducks,
Yep.
and that's my little Die Hard homage because it's like I had to throw a little Die Hard love into that. So
mhm.
it's one of those. If you know, you know. I didn't do it. Now you did perfect. I should have actually had my cover artist do a Die Hard homage cover. You nailed that idea, and I'm
There
thinking
are
now
so
missed
many
opportunity
Yeah,
for
there are
mine.
so many good scenes in Die Hard that you could do a cover of, though.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm sure that the
Mhm.
opportunity
Oh, yeah.
will present itself again.
Yes, I can find my moment.
And yeah, and the fun thing or the interesting thing about this book is like I know a lot of people aren't crazy about the not safe for work stuff, and so I
Mm.
have a version of this book that is also safe for work, I guess.
Mhm.
It's still pretty racy, but the most explicit scenes have been toned down, and
Okay.
you're not gonna see stuff that so it's gonna be you're not gonna see the stuff that's considered sexual content. So
So it becomes R-rated instead of NC-17.
yeah, it's not gonna be anything that you're not gonna see in an R-rated movie. Yeah.
Okay.
And I put a couple of weird add-on things in here. I mean, everybody does T-shirts, but I do for I make soap for fun, and so that's what that is. I made a soap that looked like inspired by the main cover, and
Okay, that's actually pretty dope as hell.
I love that.
yeah, it's just I do it for fun, and I ended up making like 4 different batches of this stuff and hating all of them until I finally got this one.
That's
And
beautiful.
thank you. And it's like it's I don't usually do stuff with fancy color designs and things, so it was really frustrating to learn it because I've done it before, but I usually do really easy stuff like drop swirls and things where you just have a bucket full of soap and you just dump the colors in and then whatever happens happens. But I was trying to achieve something specific with this, and I didn't do it as well as I wanted to, but it still came out really cool, so I'm okay with it. I'm happy with
And I,
it.
and I think this is perfect marketing because you're basically saying when you read this book, you're going to feel dirty. So grab the soap so you can go wash yourself off.
There you go.
So that's perfect marketing right there.
Clean up, you perv.
Exactly. So that was perfect. Perfect marketing right there.
Nice.
Yeah, and I also for the stretch goals, like I don't know if I'm gonna reach any stretch goals. I'm not funded yet, but I was ready with stretch goals, and I have been talking to people for years now, I guess, about what do you want when you want a stretch goal? What do you want? And there was so many people that said that when they get prints and stuff, they end up just throwing them away, and I was like,
Mhm.
well, that's sad. So, but they all were like, let's have more content. So I thought
Right.
we'll upgrade the book, we'll make it a nicer book, and then we'll just add more pages, and that's for everybody too. Like the digital backers can get that stuff too, because usually they can't get the stickers and the extra prints and the magnets and things, but they can get 4 more pages of the book.
Mm,
Very
Nice.
cool.
So
That's
that's what
awesome.
I decided to do
That's
heck
there.
yeah.
It's a great stretch goal that people, like I said, they're not just going to get them and toss them aside. Because some people love the stickers.
Mhm.
Some people probably never even look at them. They just pull the book out, and sometimes it ends up in the dumpster. So this, everyone gets and enjoys. I like that idea.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And then also I have a cross collab thing. If you can see it off to the side there, that if you go back Valhalla, that's from Ablaze, and it's by Ben Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back that too, then you get a short story collection. But both of our campaigns have to fund, so
Okay.
if mine doesn't fund, they've funded already. But if mine doesn't fund, then you don't get the short story collection.
Nice.
I like that it has the cross collab on the side. That would have been nice if Kickstarter offered something like that when we were doing our triple cross promotion. So
Yeah,
I like that they make it a lot easier for you to see, like, hey, it's cross promotion. Click it right there. It's on the side right next to the back it button. So Kickstarter, take note, fix that, because people cross collab all the time, and make it
Mhm.
easy for them.
Yeah, the only downside to backer kit, like they have it, so I'm happy with that. That they built the code into their application that you can do that in the first place. But you can only do it with one person right now,
Right.
so
Oh,
they don't let you do it
okay.
with multiple people. But
Oh.
it's a step in the right direction. So I was like, if they can get us, if they can, Backer Kit can make it so that we can do multiple people,
Hmm.
do collabs with multiple people, and also if Kickstarter will take that idea and steal it and use it, that
Yes,
would be
please.
awesome. So
Yes.
many people that do cross collab stuff, and
Yeah.
I would love to have that be built right into Kickstarter.
Hmm. And I got to back all these. I always back my people. I'm just very slow at it, but I'll get, as soon as the show's over, I will get backing on all these
Yeah.
projects.
And I know a lot of people are saying they aren't backing mine because they don't have a Backer Kit account, and you should double check. If you want to back this, I'm no pressure. If you don't want to back it, don't back it. But if you do want to back it and you think you're not going to because you don't have a Backer Kit account, go check, because you maybe do have a Backer Kit account and you don't realize, because a lot of people use Backer Kit for the back end of their Kickstarter stuff. So you
Yeah.
maybe have
Yeah.
one and don't realize because you went through Kickstarter to get to Backer Kit.
Yep.
So just go
Mhm.
check.
Oh shoot! Now I think about it, I might have one.
I'm pretty sure I do because of the
Surprise!
surveys that you have to do through Backer Kit.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get
See,
the people
that's
who
exactly yeah,
that.
Kevin. That's exactly what I'm talking. There's people that swear up and down they don't have one, and I'm like, but you back a lot of
Yeah,
stuff on Kickstarter, right? So maybe you do.
yeah. Because a recent project I backed, it sent me to Backer Kit. So I think
Yeah.
actually I do have a yeah, I do have an account on Backer Kit.
And that's so it's funny, and I didn't
That's
know that I had
interesting.
one until a few years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, I do have one. And then they were doing that they were trying to make the backing or the crowdfunding platform that they now have, and they oh god, that was such a mess too, because then I ended up with 2 accounts for a while. It was oh my gosh, it was such a mess.
Yeah.
It was such a mess.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
when I backed yours, I'd already had one because of Kickstarter.
Yeah,
I'm sure I do too. I'm sure the first time I had to fill out a survey that came through Backer Kit, they probably
Mhm.
said create an account at that last step. So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure I do.
that's how
I just
that's
need
how
to
mine is.
figure it all
Yeah.
out.
And yeah, and like just so we're clear, if you don't want to back my book, that's also fine. I'm just saying if you're not backing because you think you don't have a Backer Kit, you might have a Backer Kit.
Now I disagree, Sarah. If you don't want to back her book, that is not fine. I call bullshit.
Yeah,
And back
back.
all you need to back all these books. You can say that because you are the creator, but I'm not,
Like
and I can
you,
say
you already
you see
sold you
Sarah.
already sold me on Die Hard homage. So
Yeah, because like no, I expect these
Yeah.
books. These
And
books
like
here
I
we
made
got
the
good books. You must back them. We have one,
Yeah.
and the cat has already made an appearance.
yeah,
The
and I
cat
made the-
came in and was like, "This is my book. I insist
She-
on being on the
she
show."
post-
Yeah, we got the
She-
butt and everything.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
posted the Die Hard homage the other day, and I was like, that's all I need. Boop.
Yes,
That was
agreed.
it.
And
That
I
was the
mean,
one that
I
sold
don't
me.
want to brag, but it's a good story too.
Yeah,
See?
it is.
You get a good story. If you like racy stuff, you get that. If you don't want racy stuff, you get the censored version. So
Yeah.
yes, Paris, you said it correct. Back all the books. Yeah, Sarah can say it like if you don't want to back, but I disagree. I insist. If you're watching this, please do back. It's indie creators. This is what keeps us going. It's not a lucrative field. We're not streaming live from our yachts right now. So please, let's help out.
Literally in
Speak for
prison. Look at
yourself.
this. This is not a background. I'm literally in a brick jail right
Yeah.
now.
Look,
Speak
look,
for
look,
yourself.
I'm literally sitting on my bed, guys. I don't even have an office
Yeah.
to stream from. Come on.
We don't even have money to hire exterminators to kill the bats. Come on, help out.
Right. Come on, help us out.
She had to use the fucking vacuum. Back her book.
Right. A vacuum.
Nice.
All right. I will stop. But now I'll have Kevin tell us all about his book. So Kevin, tell us what this is all about.
So my book Arcfire is the story of my character named Cathedral Arcfire, as it's been believed that he's the last of his kind, as he wakes up with no memory on Earth, trying to figure out who he is and try to figure out how the hell he got to Earth in the first place. And he has cosmic powers that he doesn't know how to control fully yet, and he's being hunted by the Elven Witches, as you can see in the back cover of issue 2, the Elven Witches. And so he's on a journey to figure out why is he being targeted and what's his purpose. And issue 2 picks up where he meets a witch named Coffee and a vampire named Cavell, as he helps them figure out a mysterious death in their family and figure out why they connected. So if you like cosmic stories, if you're a fan like Stranger Things, Man of Steel, Charmed, or even Teen Wolf, I believe you will like Arcfire. And
Nice.
on my Kickstarter, I also added my two magazines. Magazines? It features interviews of creators, other creators. It's a comic culture lifestyle horror magazine I created. Um, so I talk about like any reviews of anything basically, from movies to comics to any type of media. Interview creators for them to tell their story, to promote their stuff, and also have comic strips in my magazine or for upcoming comics that will be coming soon.
Very
Yes.
nice.
Sounds good.
I
And
have
you can
that.
put your next issue. You need to put the review of Batman Forever, so you let people know. Let them know the story.
Man,
I got you.
I'm going after this show. I'm going to go write a 500-page dissertation of why Batman Returns is a good movie.
What's up,
That's
Doc?
all right. We have our plan, Dash, and we can actually we can solidify our plans right before Critical Affection, and then launch our review of every Batman movie, ranking
Oh.
them. So we can build this. So yeah, we'll have lots of Batman to talk about coming
I would be a
soon.
terrible guest. I've seen 0 Batman movies.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
So see, you
Terrible
can't say if
guess.
it's a terrible movie with a good soundtrack because you're like, I didn't see that movie. So.
No, no.
I've seen all of
have
them.
I have a friend of mine that I moderate for his Twitch channel, and
Ah,
it's a running joke now. They'll be talking about some movie. He'll be like, "Oh, don't worry, she hasn't seen that one."
That's funny.
It's fairly true. I was actually going to ask you guys. You were talking about Tron earlier.
Yes.
Do you need to see the first Tron movies to
Yes.
see the new movie?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
That's what they
My
say.
Okay. My oldest wants to go see the new one, so I'll have to schedule a viewing.
They're on
party with him
Disney
so-
Plus.
They're on
so
Disney
you
Plus.
can
But
watch that.
yeah,
Because you said you
Okay.
have that one. So
Yeah.
but you can
I do have
easily
Disney
catch up on
Plus,
Disney
so-
Plus.
and there's the link for
We'll do a-
Kevin's book
We'll
in the
we'll
chat.
do a movie night then, and catch up before we go. Go do
Yeah,
that.
that's the best way.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
So
Yeah.
hey dog.
Oh, hell,
Hey,
how
What's
ya?
up, Doc? Good
All
to see
right.
you too, Doc. It's been a minute.
All right. So we are going to talk
I got a
about
little
our
ailment
next
right here,
project.
Doc. If you can talk to me later, I got a little ailment in the elbow here.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to pull up Kat's book,
Right.
and we'll also put it in the chat. And I got to get to backing all these just like you. I will put my money where my mouth is. If I say you must back, if you come next week and you don't see my name as a backer, then I'm a filthy liar and you don't have to back. But I'm not a filthy liar, so you do. So I don't make it that easy. My name will say, you'll see my name with my little black and white profile picture, and it'll say Edward Davis is a backer, and you will say, that guy puts his money where his mouth is, therefore I shall back. And, otherwise, like I said, I will send you the money to back if you don't catch me backing the projects I'm telling you to back. I will sell you money tomorrow if you don't see my name on these projects.
I got to go
That's
back
how
Christmas
much-
today.
That is how resolute I am at the fact that you must back, and so must I. All right. So, never seen a Batman movie. Yeah,
She never seen a Batman movie.
when I give you
I
my
don't even know how
HBO
that's
Max
happened.
password, you can watch them all.
I just catch up on all.
When I'll give you the
Batman.
password, you got to watch them fast. You get it for like a month because HBO Max is quick about catching people you share passwords with. But it'll be like we have to coordinate our streaming because one time I went to watch it, like someone else is streaming. I'm like, ooh, HBO Max or just plain Max, whatever you are, you're a bastard.
Luckily for me, I have a bundle. So they don't catch me giving my people my password.
Yeah.
So
bleep that out in the post.
Yeah, I don't share passwords. That is illegal. I would not do such a thing.
like I'm joking, Warner Brothers. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking.
Bleep it out in
Don't
post.
you get it? It's a comedy show. That was the
Exactly.
joke.
We're just being silly.
Yes, we wouldn't share passwords because that is not right.
Exactly.
And-
We're just joking around.
Exactly. See, Kevin knows, and he's my honorary cousin, and we agree about Batman, so he knows.
Yeah, Batman Forever
Right.
sucks.
See, but that's all right.
Man.
Dash and I are gonna have good debate. It's gonna be good.
I'm
Tell-
sorry,
we'll tell-
Dash, but Batman
We'll
Forever
tell
sucks.
DM
man.
Ray you got to tune in. He missed the last episode. He always wants to see me angry at albums and tunes in when I like them. Like, great. You gotta send me a message like, hey, what do you think of this week's album? And if I'm like, oh, this album, you're like, yes, I'm coming. I want to hear the anger. He always tries to poke the bear and get me angry, but I have to legitimately be angry. I can't fake it. I'm here to be. My anger is real. It's true. If I hate an album, it's because I truly hate it. All right. So enough about that. Let's talk about a book about cats.
All right. So this is actually one of this is my personal campaign, but I'm actually part of 4 other campaigns this month.
Wow. Good
all,
job.
Nice.
all of all
Good
of,
job.
all of my clients saved up their campaigns to launch on the same day.
Mm,
I don't know what that was
Wow.
about. I mean, that's just mean. Y'all need to like clear stuff like that with me. But this is my book. This is Bongo's Buddies. It is the 3rd book in the Cat Lives series.
Hmm.
It is 20 plus short stories about cats doing awesome things. We've got let's see, we got cats who are mechanics. We have cats who are TV chefs. Opening their own bakeries. There's a food theme that runs this one. It was not intentional, but I must have been hungry every time I wrote. I don't know.
mm,
Um,
Gotta do it.
so we, yeah, you don't grocery shop when you're hungry. Don't write when you're hungry.
yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but we have tiers, everything from ebooks to print copies of all of not just the Cat Lives books, but also the Toy Store series. We got a little bit of everything. If there's a sample
I
story
have
up
the
at the
Toy
top you
Store
can
one. I
click.
read that with my kids, and that's a good one.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, thank you. I love to hear people enjoy them. So we have everything. You can get your name as on the thank you page in the book. You can actually, there's a tier to become a character in a future book. There's also a tier to have a story written about your pet that will actually go into this book. So
Oh.
we have a little bit of everything in there, and we are currently $37 away from funding.
nice.
Like,
Wow.
so
Nice.
That'll change here as soon as the show.
Yeah, I'll get you a little closer once the show ends. I just don't need. I as much as I am going to put my money where my mouth is, I don't need people seeing my credit card numbers, or else I will
Right,
not be
right,
putting my money where my mouth is. I'll be calling to cancel credit cards, and I don't need that.
right,
Right.
right. So we have some search goals, both backer numbers and dollars. Um, so
Very
You
nice.
got
got a little
Space
bit. I
Cat?
mean, do I have a space cat? I don't have a space cat yet.
Now
You
you
got
just
to go
now,
read Mittens.
now you,
Greg
Right,
Moquin's
and
got.
Yeah.
He's got your space cat. So go
And
and
read
and
Right.
I'm actually the editor on Mittens, so
there you
I've
So
Oh well.
2
totally
reasons to read Mittens. There you go. Space Cats, and
totally
she's the editor. So
and you just
and it's
need
a good
Bat
book.
Cat.
Yeah.
Right. Oh well.
yeah.
Very
These are our
nice.
sticker designs that
Oh,
were done by my interior artist Max.
that
This is a
second one
print
is
that was in my
fantastic. Yeah, that
yeah,
that one right there.
yeah, and these are actually all based on characters in the book.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So the
Oh.
stickers are yeah.
And are they all
Uh,
based on your cats, or is it just
no,
the main
what's kind of
character named
cool?
after it?
Yeah. No, what's actually kind of cool is I started the series because I was introduced to a streamer on Twitch. Gosh, it's been years now. Who lives down in Florida, and his streams were him feeding feral cat colonies in Florida.
Hmm.
And chat would name all the cats. So all the cats, were like pets to the stream.
Mhm.
Um,
Oh.
Nice.
and I started writing stories about the different cats on stream.
Hmm.
Reminds me of
So
Warriors,
all
the Warriors series.
all of the all of these cats are actually real cats. If they're not my
Okay.
cat or a friend's cat, they are from those cat colonies down in Florida.
Okay. That's very
Oh.
cool.
Okay.
And you said you have a
Yeah,
TV chef cat. Is it like a good, nice TV chef, or like a Gordon Ramsay kind of
Gordon
TV
Ramsay.
chef?
No,
Go-
he's a good guy. His name is Mac. He's based on one of my
Okay.
actual cats. And no, he's
Ah.
a good guy. He teaches recipes to kids.
Oh,
Okay.
very nice.
And the recipes are actually the stories are written so he actually walks you through the recipe in the
It's a
story.
proper recipe. You can actually create
Yeah,
it.
it's actually a proper recipe.
Okay.
We have done. He is actually he has a story in all the books. The first story, from April's Army, he made potato chip cookies, which are a thing. I've never
Okay.
actually made them, but they're a thing. We did Rice Krispie treats in the second book, and
Ah,
this one is like fruit smoothies.
Okay.
So they're all kid friendly.
Interesting.
Very cool. And
He d-
so I'm going to ask, since I teach third grade, is it third grade appropriate? Would this be a good book
oh,
to throw into my class library?
absolutely.
All right. It
I
will be added
if
in
you
there
ever
for sure.
there's a video at the top, and I actually refer
Mhm.
to these books. It's under the kids books header for Kickstarter,
Okay.
but they're really all ages. I've got people who read them from bedtime stories to their kids up to I joke that they're like bathroom reading for adults. Because they're
Okay.
short stories, they're
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, that's
So
how
yeah,
I pitched Cthulhu at cons. Is like, this is bathroom reading. You got like a collection of amazing little stories, and you can knock them
right,
out in a quick bathroom run. So yes,
yeah,
that's never a bad thing, because you want the
yeah.
books, you need those, and yeah, that's good. Knowing this, it's good, because I like to keep. I have my little indie section in my classroom library that's all
Mhm.
just kid friendly indie books, because got to start them young.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this is me. This is Max. I've worked with Max since she was about 18,
Mm,
which is all my interiors.
Oh,
Uh,
Ah,
Comic folk may know Eric.
yep.
I think I'm the only person he does covers for,
Oh, nice.
but he has done all of my book covers except for Cobalt's Castaways
Okay.
because he had carpal tunnel,
Mm,
couldn't draw. Um, but he has done all of my covers for me. Anybody who is familiar with Brian Manell, who's doing The Wretched and things like that, he actually did my video this time for me.
cool.
So I use my friends, and you know I
nice.
pay them. Don't get me wrong, I pay them, but
Yeah.
I like to, kind of support everybody, as much as I can.
Yes. And
well,
that's
your number should be updated now. So
Is
yep.
it? Oh my gosh, I'm going
So
to go
let me see. I
refresh.
got to get that link in the chat.
Yay!
I would back it, but I already have, so I can't back it twice.
Yes, you can't
Oh
back it
well,
twice, but
fair.
I'm backing it.
That's fair.
I got to get copies for the class, so I know it needs to be there. And like I said, I'll back all of these. I always do, but I kind of wait. If I know someone's going to be on the show, I wait to back till they're on the show and then kind of do it so they can talk about it. It's nice and fresh in my mind, and I get in there and get them that pledge. And it sounds
Yeah.
like you should end up with, at least just from the people in this room, you'll end up funded, because I don't want to have to Zell people money, so I have to go and back everything
Right.
as soon
You
as
don't
we
want to do
wrap
that.
up.
I actually, when you
My
said
wife
Zell
would not
earlier,
appreciate that.
when you said Zell earlier, I thought you said sell people money, and I
No.
thought, how does
Yeah.
that work? Wouldn't that just be like
You find idiots
swapping
and try to sell them $1, like $1 bills, and like, here,
for
I'll give you this
$5?
$1 bill, you give me a 5. And you can
Right.
seek out the morons, and I could probably become rich that way. There's a world of morons out there that are just ripe for being taken advantage of, but I'm a
Yeah.
decent human being, so I shall not.
Tell them you have $2 bills
Oh, they think
that
they're
are
rare. Everyone does.
right, and so you can sell them to them for $5.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, oh, these are going to be
mhm.
worth so much when they
Really?
just,
Because I have a whole envelope of those from when my great grandma used to give them.
everyone
to me.
thinks they're so rare, and
Everybody
you can
thinks
go to
they're
the
a
bank
rare
and just
thing.
ask for them.
Yeah, you can ask for $2 bills all the time.
Because
Yeah.
I did a promotion, one of my Kickstarters, instead of doing early bird, because Kickstarter makes it really hard to do early bird prices and then regular prices. It fucked it all up. And then my last day, I didn't have digital copies available. So I said, you know what? No more early bird, no more late bird. If you buy early bird, you're just going to randomly receive a $2 bill. So there's your discount. And I went to the bank and I'm like, I need 100 $2 bills. They're like, here you go. So
Yeah.
the rarity's not there, but yeah, they
But
rarely
people
get asked.
people think they're either counterfeit or that they're this really rare thing, and I'm like,
Yep.
Yeah.
no.
They are
So
not
yeah,
rare.
if
Yeah,
you
at
go
all.
to
I've
the
heard
bank,
people
they'll
who
give
think
you a
they're
stack of
counterfeit.
crisp new ones even. So
Yeah, because why aren't those in circulation? That is so weird.
yeah,
Why
I
do we
mean,
even have them if nobody uses them?
they're at the bank, but I think everyone gets them. Like, ooh, I'll keep this. So I'm willing to guess a lot of the people that I sent those $2 bills that were early bird backers probably didn't use it. It's like, oh damn, that guy didn't know what he sent me. He doesn't know what he just had. That
Right.
creator's a moron. I'm gonna buy more of his books to get free
Nice.
money.
Yeah.
That was my
So-
great grandma's big hook, is that she would send us $2 bills and our birthday cards and Christmas cards, and so I
Yeah.
have. And the only reason that I keep mine is because like they came from my great grandma. But I
Yeah,
would
the
always
nostalgia
get
of it.
special. Yeah,
Not like,
they're not
damn,
special.
grandma's rich. She can afford $2 bills. Those are rare.
That's
My youngest, and I
wild.
don't know if he still does, used to carry a $2 bill in his wallet
Hmm.
because when he was in high school, he was trying to raise money to go on a science research trip to the Caribbean, and he would busk and play his sax outside of one of the local restaurants
Yeah.
for tips. And this older gentleman came up one day and gave him a $2 bill,
Hmm.
and he carried it in his wallet. I mean, he knew it wasn't anything,
Yeah.
special on that level, but it was a good like memory for him.
The
So he
memory was
carried it with
special,
him.
not the $2 bill.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's like,
So he
putting your first money on the wall, framing it if you
Right.
have a restaurant or something.
Very good.
All right. So I will give the quickest promotion because I have Immortal Era 11. It still has late pledges. I'm closing late pledges the day the books show up because I did a crazy low print count for this particular book because it's almost the end of this this story arc, and I know people are waiting for the trade, so I only printed 25 copies above what the Kickstarter needs. So it's Immortal Era 11, the penultimate chapter of this particular story arc, and it is our heroes are trapped. I'll kind of go through, show a little bit. Our heroes are all trapped in precarious situations in our world where everyone has become immortal, and they are on their quest trying to restore the natural life cycle, but everything, they ran into a gigantic speed bump, and then this issue, they need to try to escape their fates and retrieve the next piece of death so that they can resume their quest to bring death back into the world.
Nice.
And like I said, I'll make it quick because you've heard it. If you watch the show, and it's on late pledges, but it's done pretty well on late pledges. It's
Okay.
had a good amount of people grab it in late pledges, so I'm glad that I have it there. But I need to close them down. Actually, I'll probably close it down this weekend because I don't want anyone else ordering shirts because I'm placing my shirt order, and if I have an extra shirt come in, it'll cost me more than I charge, because if you want to order one shirt, it will cost you like $30, and that's what I charge. But if I order a bunch like I am, it works out, because I'm going to actually order some for my table. They're very popular there. So one particular shirt everyone asks about, so I'm going to order just like a handful of small, mediums, and larges just for that.
Nice.
So there you go. If you want to back it, grab it. If you want a shirt, definitely grab it now, because I'm taking shirts off on Sunday when I send in that order. I guess really you have till Monday, because they're not going to get the order until Monday. I could always do a last minute supplement. But yeah, this weekend will be the end because the books are on their way and the shirts are being ordered. So if you did order the book, you can expect to see it in, I'd say, about 2 to 3 weeks, because the books are being printed. They got to get to me, obviously, but yeah, 2 to 3 weeks, you should have rewards in hand, including Dash's coffee that I owe him for our music bet. So yes, your Starbucks card will be in there with your comic book.
All right. I sent you mine. It's down there in the share.
All right. So let me put it up in the private chat. So you have, all right. So you want to read it? Tell us what it's all about.
I shared the screen. If you can see that down there, I don't know.
Well, let me bring it. It probably is. It's on the bottom. Yep, there we go. Here we go. Tell us what this is all about.
All right.
Hybrids.
Ooh.
All right.
Nice.
This is not. I'm the cat there. I'm a prose writer, so I am not a comic book. But this is the first of the hybrids series that I just finished. It's ready to be dropping on the 25th of September on Amazon. If you like Jurassic Park, if you like Stargate, if you like Predator, then this is the book for you. So, our hero, Captain James Bowman, codename Archer, and his team, basically are recovery specialists. They go into alternate Earths or pocket dimensions, pocket Earths, and they recover things that need to be recovered. Well, this time they've met their match in the hybrids world, and there's a tale of betrayal, a tale of survival. What do you get when everything is not as it seems? Every animal, every tree, everything is hybrid. So you're looking at here one of the main baddies, and it's a Gorigator. So it's half gorilla, half alligator, and there's some other nice little scary hybrids in there for you guys to enjoy. So yeah, I love this one. I can't be more happier than the way this turned out for the way I wrote it and how the characters. I had a few ARC readers give me their feedback. It's on the back cover of the hard copy that will come out on September 25th. But yeah, I even got new baddies coming in the next one.
Very cool.
I will give a hint. It's a cheetah and a velociraptor combined together. So
you're dead, basically.
You got a cheetah raptor that's out there looking for him.
Nice.
So yeah, excited for this one. I have two other books on Amazon as well. The Hell Comes to Texas, the Colt Windsor adventure. That's the first in the Hell Comes to Texas, and that second one will be out. I'm hoping by Christmas time. I'm going through the edits now. And that one again, I'm a Supernatural fan. If you ever saw the episode in Supernatural where they're dealing with some of the fairy tales, like Little Red Riding Hood and things like that.
Yep, I do.
Yeah, yep. This book is all. It has to deal with some fairy tale stuff in there. So
nice.
But yeah, Hybrids, September 25th on Amazon. You can just search my name, Dash Hooper. You put in Dash Hooper books, it'll come up. The pre-order for the ebook is out now. They don't do pre-orders for the hard copies, but for the electronic copies, they do pre-order. So that's out right now. You can pre-order that. But the hard copies will be available September 25th.
Nice. All right. So next week, I'll be actually doing walkthrough at LA Comic-Con, but tune in, drop it in the chat so people know where to find it when we do that next week.
I will. Sure will.
Because like I said, I'll be walking through LA, but if you comment with the link, that way people know, and I'll make sure I say, hey, we talked about it last week. Now here's the link. Go buy it. In the meantime, you got 3 things that you can buy right now. 4 technically, but if you've already bought Immortal Era, thank you. If you haven't, we got issue 12. It's going to be dropping pretty quick, probably January. So fast movement for that. But we have our cats. So you want to make sure you get in there and back all of these things. So let me see. The links are all in the chats. So we have a story about cats that will be in my library. So that one available now. Almost funded. It should be funded by the end of the day. I have that's prediction that we'll see that one fully funded before the day ends. We have our project from Kevin, and we have Sarah's project. So I'm just trying to get there. So go through, back them. I'll be doing the same as soon as we end. So next week, I will be, as I said a little bit earlier, I will be live at LA Comic-Con, so it won't be a show in the office. It'll be walking around LA Comic-Con, showing all the stuff that's going on. I'm going to focus on one particular booth that has the most insane collection of high-end statues and figures that you can't afford, but you love to gawk at. So I just want to film them because it's a beautiful display. He's there every year. He's a friend of mine, and his display is the best one on the floor. That's why he gets center floor at LA Comic-Con. And yeah, tune in for that. If you just want to gawk at the really, the $1,000, $2,000 statues that you can't buy, but you just love to observe, tune in next week. And on Wednesday, Sarah's back. And the Critical Affection crew will be with us, and we will be talking about the 9 Inch Nails soundtrack for Tron Ares. So I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to play it after we're done here, I'm gonna start playing that vinyl. So I'm excited to check that out, and we'll know the soundtrack before we know the movie, but we'll be on, and then Sarah will join us, or we'll join Sarah for Critical Affection after the movie's actually released, and then the Batman Forever.
Yeah.
We'll get
you
that
might
one
want to get
scheduled right away.
You need to find one other person who likes Batman Forever, so it could be 3 against 3, and let the battles
Oh, the
begin.
two, Sarah and I, just the two of us will put any
My-
3, 4, 5 of you to shame.
My
So,
whole argument's gonna
Kat can
we-
watch it and see if she likes it.
That's right.
All
I
right.
hope she comes to the
Get on
dark
my
side
free
and don't
time.
like it.
Yes. Join us. Join us.
Come to the dark side and don't like it.
All right. So, Sarah, tell us where we can find you.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Definite Article Creative, and on Blue Sky, I'm at definitearticlecreative.com.
Yes.
And of course, like my website is definitearticlecreative.com.
Nice. All right. Dash, where can we find you?
I'm always on Facebook, apparently, according to all my friends. I'm always on
Huh.
Facebook. Facebook under Dash Hooper. And then, again, you can find me at Amazon and the author page and all my books there on Amazon.
Nice. All right. Kat, where can we find you?
The internet, everywhere. Yeah. I spend
Pretty
a
much.
lot of time on the internet. You can find me on Twitch under Katie Roets. I stream Tuesday nights. In fact, Tuesday is my birthday, so I'm doing a birthday stream
Oh,
today.
Good stuff.
So we do a 2-hour hangout where we just
Cool.
talk about whatever comes up. A couple weeks ago, we talked an hour and a half about mental health.
Okay.
We have talked about pie versus cake. Whatever comes up. It's whatever happens. It's a community.
Yes.
You can find me on Facebook, Katrina Roets or Cat Scratch Press. Instagram, Life with Katie, and lifewithkatie.com.
Very nice.
Or KatrinaRoets.com or CatScratchPress.com. There's like 40 domains, and they all point to the same site. So
what you do, you Google the name, you will find her.
I'm not hard to track down. I tell people
Yeah.
that. Like, if you can't find me, you're not trying.
So yeah,
It's not hard.
Google does all the work. So go in,
Right.
check it out. And Kevin, where can
Don't
we find you?
don't necessarily trust their Google AI though, because it's
Oh, no,
a little
don't trust-
dodgy.
Don't trust the AI; it'll send you to the wrong place or the wrong
Right.
thing. All right,
What?
so Kevin, where can we find you?
you can find me on Facebook at I am Kevin Davis CEO and Instagram at I am Kevin Davis Official. And my business tags are in my Instagram bio, so you can follow those as well.
All right, find me under Finish Line Comics on all the socials, and kind of like Kat, do a search. You will find me. I exist. We're all out there. So back these books. I'll be doing the same, and we will see you on Wednesday when we talk about Tron.
Yeah.
Then I will see you next Saturday when I'm talking live from LA Comic Con. Until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend.
If you missed the live viewing of any Madness Entertainment Group production, you can find all our content on Roku or as a member of this channel. We'll see you next time on the Madness Entertainment Group.